Welcome to another Chameleon Media podcast. I'm your host, Will Santana, and I'm here with Insane in the Midbrain, Terry Lack Grizzly Jefferson.
Wow. What's happening?
Life's crazy, y'all, as y'all know. We got a lot to talk about today, y'all. We got some trailers. We got a fun interview that I had with Venus DeMilo Thomas, and we also got an interview with a comedian DK. Let's get into the big one.
Let's go straight to it.
Yeah, let's get into the big one. Let's get into Star Wars Episode 9.
At first, they did the perfect job of building up the suspense. She out there in the desert, and you're like, what's happening? Then you hear, that signature Star Wars sound, and they showed that one quick cut of Billy D. Boy, I lost my mind. I said, oh my God, go Billy D.
So we saw Finn, we saw C-3PO, we saw Chewbacca. It looks good.
Yeah, it looked like
it's a teaser.
They put their foot into it, though, just for that teaser.
Now, I'm not one of those people who dissect a teaser frame by frame, second by second. I don't do that. Then, with Star Wars, okay, let's clear this up now before people take this the wrong way. I am a Star Wars fan, but my expectations of Star Wars movies are never like Oscar nomination type movies, They're lots of fun. I love watching them. I enjoy them, but I never expect them to be a Malcolm X or a Devil's Advocate or, something like that,
Yeah. Look, man, I'm finna go and get to the meat and potatoes of the whole thing. That laugh at the end, that had to be Darth Maul.
You think that's Darth Maul?
It had to be, man. Cause
hey, don't do me like that now, man.
They got to be one of the. It got to be one of the Darth. You know what I'm saying? It got to be, but I'm thinking it's him because he was the craziest one out of all of them, bro.
All right, now if you get me hyped up and he's not in there, we're gonna be fighting.
Man, I'm gonna have to take that whooping, man. I think it's him because who else gonna laugh crazy like that for real?
Man, don't do me like that, man. Do not do me. I love me some Darth Maul, man. He's my favorite, villain in all the Star Wars generation, or
but it makes sense though, right?
I don't know. I guess I didn't look at or even think about it. I remember the laugh. I just didn't know if it was. I didn't even think about it.
At first, I thought it was Mark Hamill, and I was like, "No, this ain't the Joker." But
you do hear Mark Hamill's voice though in it, don't you?
I think that's him talking.
It sounded like it to me, like he was training Rey or something,
Another thing that caught my attention was Princess Leia.
Yeah, Princess Leia. This is her last film, so,
right?
Yeah.
And it was like a legit shot of her. It wasn't, computer generated or anything. Mm-hmm. I was like, oh my gosh, she looks old. Yeah.
We saw BB-8. Mm-hmm. We saw Kylo Ren.
Yeah, I saw him. He was in the middle of a fight or something like that.
And I think he added like some red lines to his helmet, gave it like more of a darker, like with blood on it look. Like I'm getting bigger and badder.
Right. Former U.S. Marine, hoorah.
Oh Lord.
Don't hate.
U.S. Army.
We're better than y'all. But man. About this Lion King trailer though.
Lion King trailer. See a lot of people complaining about Scar.
Bruh, yeah, you beat me to it.
He didn't bother me. He bothered you? Be honest.
Yes and no.
Yes and no?
Yes, because Scar looked like the Jafar version of a lion. Mm-hmm. And he didn't sound as sinister.
So his voice bothered you, not his looks?
The looks, he's just like an old beat up lion to me. Mm-hmm. And I was like, okay, if you didn't have to compromise both. If he was going to look like that, they could at least make him sound a little more sinister. And I'm hoping it was just that snippet where he didn't sound as sinister because they did show the infamous scene with Simba running from the
herd.
Yeah, and he's like run as far away as you can and blah 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 blah. But it was like all was rectified when I heard James Earl Jones.
Yeah, it seemed like he's the only one coming back that they brought back.
Yeah, but the rumor of I know they made Beyonce Nala, right?
Boo.
Is it true that they gave her own song and took out the Be Prepared song?
Oh, they took out Be Prepared?
I don't know. That's the rumor I'm hearing.
Ooh, I have not read that. I need to look into that then if that's true.
Yeah, I mean, because if they took that song out, which was one of the dopest songs in there, Be Prepared. If they took that song out and gave Beyonce her own song, I'm gonna be pissed. Beehive, don't come after me. But man, I mean, because they said it was pretty much the cartoon, but in that CGI format, you know, which is like, we beg for that every single time we see something. Like, don't change nothing, just make it pretty. Even when it comes to video games, we're like, don't change nothing, just make it pretty. And Lion King, if they change that part, oh, I'm gonna be so disappointed.
Man, you just hit me, man. You got me stuttering over here. Because Be Prepared, I didn't even know this till about a year ago. Did you know who sung that song?
Mm-mm.
My hero, Jim Cummings, the guy who did the voice of Darkwing.
For real?
Yeah, he said Jeremy Irons just could not sing, so he said he had to practice his voice, you know, over and over, and then he had to practice it singing it, you know?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and he said he
did
nailed
not
it.
know that.
Yeah, I did not know that until about a year ago, and then he mentioned it at the convention. Someone that I went to in Huntsville.
Yeah.
And someone asked him about that, and he said, "Yeah, it took me a couple of weeks to practice his voice because he just could not sing." But he was like, unlike Christopher Lloyd, he at least attempted to sing, and he was like, "I can't do it."
Yeah. So I'm still gonna go see it regardless.
Oh, yeah.
It's a Lion King. I got to go see that. I just really hope
I'm gonna have a hard time getting adjusted to Timon's voice not being Nathan Lane's.
Yeah,
That's an iconic voice for Timon, man.
Why didn't he do it this time?
I don't know.
You
And
think he has one
Pumbaa's
of those old voices that changed over time.
Pumbaa's Seth Rogen now.
I think that's a good fit because Seth Rogen is an idiot.
Who's Donald Glover? He's somebody Simba's, right?
I don't know, but who the heck is Eric Andre?
I don't know.
That dude is like not funny to me. So how in the world did he get a freaking part in The Lion King? Like, he was really about to get beat up by T.I. on his show for, you know, doing all that stupid stuff. And
Oh, I don't even know about this.
oh, bro, you gotta watch it, man. Like, T.I. was like legit pissed off, ready to fight this dude, man, because he's always doing something stupid.
So the Lion King got you excited?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
so you are
most
excited.
definitely. Yeah.
Okay, that's probably be one I'll take with the kids. I know they're gonna have a blast with it.
My kids better hope I take them.
And stop being selfish.
I'm probably punching little kids. Got wait.
So Lion King and Star Wars, 2 thumbs up.
Yes.
Okay, so you excited about both?
Yes.
All right, let's talk one more trailer.
Joker.
Yes.
Joaquin Phoenix.
He's looking good.
The man.
He's looking good in this.
For those who don't know, Joaquin Phoenix was supposed to be the original Doctor Strange, and the guy looked exactly like Doctor Strange, the one from the animated movie, which is why I can't really get into Benedict Cumberbatch being Doctor Strange, because he just doesn't look the part, but he plays the role well. He just doesn't sell it to me. But this man as the Joker, he lost a ton of weight. I mean, like, the dude is like bone thin, like the real freaking Joker. And he doesn't have that iconic Mark Hamill laugh, but he brings his own bit of crazy to it to own the character, like Heath Ledger did. I don't know if he went to the extent of Heath Ledger, you know, sleeping in insane asylums and all of that stuff, but I think he's going to really body this role. And
I had to learn to stop putting a wall up, because I used to be no one could ever outdo Jack Nicholson. Then I was like, no one could ever outdo Heath Ledger, you know. But then when I saw the trailer, I was like, we got another one,
right? And they did a great job picking them. So I'm like, okay, this dude's really finna play this role, and it looked like it's gonna be a great origin story. But this is what I was talking about, you know, when we were talking about the DC reboot. They can start from there.
They need to, but I don't think they're going to.
I mean, because if they can find a Batman in time, why not bring Joaquin Phoenix back if he's playing a great freaking Joker? You see what I'm saying? Joker is arguably the best supervillain of all time.
Mm-hmm.
I like him better than Lex Luthor. I like him better than Apocalypse. I like him better. And this is me jumping back and forth from Marvel, DC, and all
X-Men,
that.
DC, yeah.
Like, I like him better than all of the comic book supervillains because he's just every persona of the Joker you see is a crazy one. Even if they did the animated movies, it's crazy. And it's a good crazy. I haven't seen a bad Joker for real yet. There are some better than others.
Yeah.
But I think Joaquin finna like take it to the top.
He's about to be mentioned with the other two I already named.
Right.
I think he's going to be up there in that category where it's going to be a debate.
Yeah.
It's going to be a debate, you know. I mean, do you want cameos in this? I'm okay with 1. 2 is my max. I don't want to see it all DC'd out, all these different villains. Oh, I mean, superheroes. Maybe 1 to tease us, you know, for like a spinoff, like, you know, finally Batman is, you know, a little cameo at the end or something. Kind of like when Batman Begins, and after he defeats Scarecrow, and then Commissioner Gordon gives him the card. It's the card of the Joker, and then boom, that's it. The movie ends. Like, you were like, yeah,
like if they do something like that, then yeah. But if there's anybody, I think it would have been perfect because it depends on how far into the Joker they're going to actually go. Because, you know, the Joker doesn't get put in Arkham Asylum until Batman gets him, if I remember correctly. But by the time he gets, which means we would have to see a cameo from the new Batman, whoever they decide is going to be. And if he goes into Arkham Asylum, that'd be a perfect chance for us to see. Man, pronounce her name, Margot
Robbie.
Her. We would have a chance to see her become
Harley Quinn,
right? But she would be Dr. Harleen
Quinzel.
You see what I'm saying? So if we have a chance to see that little bit, then I'm cool with it. But if they come in and the Green Lantern pops up out of nowhere, we're like, hold up, this dude ain't got nothing to do with it. You know what I'm saying? And so, but I don't think that with the way they did Wonder Woman and Aquaman, it looks like they're taking their time now. Like they're really thinking about the plots. They're not trying to rush all of the movies to try to compete with Marvel, because you're not going to do it. You can't compete with Marvel. They put years and years and years in all these solo movies, and they rebooted the Hulk I don't know how many times. And speaking of the Hulk, did you see that they talking about doing a TV series of the Hulk?
Oh, no, I did not.
They're talking about doing a TV series with him and using Mark Ruffalo as the guy to be on the TV series playing the Hulk.
Is this going to be on CW or Disney Plus?
I don't know.
You don't know? Okay.
They just said I didn't get a chance to finish reading the article, but it looked legit.
As much as I love Star Wars, as much as I grew up on Lion King, this Joker movie's got me way more excited. Like,
yeah,
if they were all to come out the same day, Joker's winning for me. I gotta go see that, man. I was really, really impressed, man.
Well, you know, people like me like to find ways to go see it. So, you know, I got like a $20 gift card from a birthday for the movie theater. So, and I got that little monthly A-Stubs thing. So I would like have to plan one for the morning, one for that afternoon, and one for that night. I'd have to see all three in the same day, man.
Okay.
I had to find some kind of way. I begged somebody to take me out there if I ain't got the money. I got to see that, bro.
Yeah, right now Joker's winning for me, man.
Right.
All right, well, we done talked about these trailers, man. Let's get into this interview that I did with Venus DeMilo Thomas. I had a lot of fun doing it.
Okay.
It didn't feel like an interview to me, man. It felt like we were just having a conversation, but I had to ask questions, you know, as we were conversating, you know.
Right.
It was a lot of fun. We did talk Salute Your Shorts. So all you Salute Your Shorts fans, we have that in there. But she's got so many Salute Your Shorts interviews. I wanted to talk about the rest of her resume, you know? Mm-hmm. So we talked Family Matters, we talked Ghost World, and we definitely talked life. And she mentioned Sister and Smart Guy. And then, you know, we wrapped it up with Salute Your Shorts because we got to talk about it, you know? You can't leave Salute Your Shorts out.
Can't.
All right, well, let's get into that interview, Lack.
All right. Hey, good.
You're an idiot. So we're back here at the Chameleon Media Podcast. I'm here with Venus DeMilo Thomas. Welcome, Venus.
Thank you for having me, Will.
Hey, how's it going?
Going really good. Going really good.
Well, Venus, before we jump into Salute Your Shorts, and I know that's the main thing a lot of people want to know about you is I want to get into Ghost World, life, and maybe some
Yes.
family matters.
Sounds good to me.
All right. Well, I'm a big fan of Ghost World because it is part of the Criterion collection.
Oh, wow. I didn't even know that.
Yo, you didn't know that?
No.
Oh man, I had the Blu-ray.
Film.
Yes, it's a Criterion film,
That's
man.
so cool.
Oh yeah, I have about 40 Criterion film in my Blu-ray collection. Of course, I would never own them all. They're so expensive, you know.
Oh, really? Wow.
So, what was it like being casted on Ghost World?
That was a really, really cool experience. They let us do like the choreography for our dance number. We were rapping at a high school graduation. And that was one thing that allowed me to become a recording artist, because we went into the studio and recorded the actual graduation rap. So it's like that, is a song, like an actual legit song. So, but like to have the creativity, like just to be able, they didn't hire a choreographer for us. They're like, here, this is the song we think we want to go with. And, just try to make a cheerleading routine to it and, go. And so it was a great experience to be able to do that and to work with Thora Birch and who else was in that movie?
Steve Buscemi, Scarlett Johansson.
And Scarlett Johansson, yeah, but my scene wasn't with Steve Buscemi, but both Thora Birch and Scarlett Johansson. So that was really cool and also Scarlett Johansson remembered me from Salute Your Shorts, and I was like, oh my god, that's so cool. So but that was a long time ago.
Oh, you gotta own it. You gotta get the Criterion version.
That's right. I know, I do. I don't know.
well, just to help you out with Criterion, the Barnes and Nobles has a sale on Criterion twice a year, so it's normally like 50% off, and that's when I kind of like try to stack up on my Criterion collection.
That's so cool. I don't know how I feel about buying my own stuff. I don't know. I have to see about that. Maybe they have a really good sale. Yeah, I could do it.
Okay, well, what about Family Matters? How did you get casted for that one? How did that come about?
Oh, that was just like a standard audition situation, and I lucked into being a recurring character on that show. Mm-hmm. So I was on there for like a few seasons, and that was an amazing experience. That time period of television, the sitcom television genre was just so awesome and fun and family oriented and actually funny. And it was amazing being a part of that family. Or that show. I wasn't a part of the family, but just being able to be on that show was so cool.
Around how many episodes were you on Family Matters?
I think like 6.
And and your character, you were just one of the girls. You got along with everybody.
I was Casey was my character name, and I always got the girls in trouble. So I got Urkel diet pills. The first time he became Stefan Urkel, he kissed me and I fainted. And we went on cheerleading field trips. So anytime there was cheerleading involved, we got to like do some routines and cheers, and that was a lot of fun. I took them to a strip club. I got them fake ID. So yeah, I was pretty much the bad girl. Whenever they needed some chaos, they threw me in there. It was fun. It was a lot of fun.
Do you still keep in touch with any of the cast members from Family Matters?
With Cherry, I do on social media, and the character Waldo, I've seen him at an audition before, and we keep touch on social media. And then Darius, I see him out. So if I happen to see someone out, yeah. And then, of course, I always follow their social media. So, but yeah, not like in touch. I mean, people live out of town, but definitely can, It's just like we're just all a text away, you know.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
you said you didn't have Ghost World, the Criterion version. Do you have Family Matters on DVD?
No.
Oh
I
man,
don't
I'm
have
putting you on
any-
blast.
I don't have anything I've done on DVD. Like I have like my acting reel, which is on YouTube. So that
Mhm.
has a lot of highlights, but it doesn't even have any of my earlier work. It might be cool one day to do a reel of all of my stuff just to see like my whole body of work. But you know, I just catch it on the reruns like everybody else.
Oh man. Now how about Life, man? That had to be an experience with Eddie
Yeah,
Murphy, Martin Lawrence, and
that
rest in
was
peace, Bernie Mac.
that was an amazing experience. Yeah, my scene was with Eddie Murphy, and we worked for about a week at Universal Studios, I believe, and it was 1920s, and they had my eyebrows shaped for 1920s. I went to a special person for that, and then I had a dialect coach to get that Mississippi slang swang in there. And the preparation was amazing. The clothes were from the 1920s down to like just everything. The garments were so delicate because they were authentic.
Hmm.
And to be able to work in a space like that with like Eddie Murphy for a whole week, it was just like amazing. And all the other actors too, who I've, you know, maybe run into as well. I mean, that experience was truly, truly, I mean, it was so much fun on the set. I mean, it was so much fun.
It's a classic movie,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah. And I'm
You could always throw it in and still get good laughs from it.
always,
Yeah,
it's
it'll never die.
it is timeless, and it's a shame because a lot of people don't know about it. It's not like one of his huge films or their huge films, but man, is it good.
Oh, it's a great film, man. But you should be ashamed of yourself. You helped someone cheat on Eddie Murphy, man,
Hey,
in the car game.
I'm a shady juke joint waitress. What can I say? You know, I caused the whole downfall. You know, it's pretty cool though. It was fun. That was a lot of fun.
I also saw that you played in several Disney shows, like the was it Sister Sister?
I was at Disney. Yeah, sister, smart guy.
Okay, so Nickelodeon didn't have you like on lockdown from Salute Your Shorts, like on a contract where you couldn't go to Disney, or were you
I don't
able to
know.
go back and forth?
No, we were like, it was weird. It wasn't like we were under Nickelodeon. Like we had our own separate production company. I was not beholden to them. So when we were shooting, we do, you know, a season or a few episodes and have a break. And then I would go book something else and work on that. It wasn't like I was under a Nickelodeon contract of any kind. So
Okay.
that's why I was always working. My mom eventually became my agent, and she would get me out for everything. And that was a really great time. It was a lot of fun.
Now, have you noticed like a lot of Nickelodeon shows are coming back? The Double Dare, all that's coming back. Would you be surprised if Salute Your Shorts came back?
Would I be surprised? I want to be in it. I know that. I mean, surprise me because that would be awesome. But yeah, I see. Yeah, there's a lot of reboots.
Hmm.
It's hard to recreate that. That was a moment in time.
Oh yeah.
And when you go back
Whew.
and watch the episode, the cadence is different than TV is now. So I don't know how you would revamp it to make it palatable for, you know, current day Nickelodeon heads, you know. You know, it was a really special show though.
Now, you recently, I saw you were in a trailer for a documentary called The Orange Years. What was that like?
You saw me really?
Yeah, I saw you in the trailer.
I need to send me this stuff. I didn't know that. I did
Yeah,
not know that.
I stay in
Trailer.
contact with the film director, Scott Barber. I'm
Right.
in contact with him. Oh
I feel
yeah.
like you put me in contact with them actually too. Yeah, that's gonna be something to look forward to.
Yeah, he covered a lot. He covered You Can't Do That on Television. He had Hey Dude. He had a lot of Nickelodeon stuff from the 90s.
That's awesome. I love that it's all coming back. I really do, and I just really hope we can do another reunion. I have so much fun seeing all the cast members. So gosh, Anybody out there want a Salute Your Shorts reunion, please put it together.
Well, that's what I was about to ask you. I know there was 2 Salute Your Shorts reunion. There's no mentions of a third one.
Yeah, I mean, there was we had a super fan, Devin, who reached out to us and was able to pull it off to where we got together for the first one. And it just takes someone who's willing to pull all the strings to get us in a room together to make it happen, really. But like, I'm not planning one, but if anybody else wants to plan one, I would be definitely open to it. Yeah.
Are you in contact with any of the cast members from Salute Your Shorts currently?
Not really. I mean, with social media now, it's like you can kind of see what people are doing and what's going on. But yeah, I mean, everybody's doing their own thing. Like, I'm an actress still, but not all of the cast members are still actors. So it's like they went on to have like lives, like adult lives, like doing important things and like serious work. So yeah, I mean, but like I'm there, everybody's a phone call away, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what do you have going on in your adult life? Are you still acting, commercial?
I am. Yeah, I've been doing commercials, done some cool commercials recently, and I'm gonna be on an episode of Veronica Mars when that comes out on Hulu, and I just did a episode of a show called Weird City, which you can catch on YouTube Premium. And I play a principal of a high school, and that was a lot of fun. My scene is with LeVar Burton and the young lady who played the voice of Moana. And it's really a funny episode, episode 3 on Weird City. Yeah, and you can watch it now on YouTube. Very, very cool.
Now, we're friends on social media. I believe you're doing some work behind the camera as well, right?
Yeah, I'm working on a documentary that I have been in progress with for some time now. Hoping to finish it by the end of the year, that I directed, and I'm editing it right now. So yeah, filmmaking is what I went to college for. So it's something that's near and dear to my heart, and I love being able to create outside of just, doing the acting thing. So yeah, I think I'll always be making films. Always, yeah. In some way, shape, or form. Yeah.
So how did Salute Your Shorts come about? We know that's the bread and butter, like most of your fans know you from. How did you get on Salute Your Shorts?
I had an audition, and I had several auditions. And from what I recall, I remember auditioning for all the girl parts. And just one day, shortly after my 3rd or 4th audition, I got that phone call, and I remember yelling and running up and down my parents' house, and just being so excited to know that something like that had happened. And I didn't know what it would be like and what effect it would have on my life, but it was definitely a big change in my life. That was really an amazing experience.
What was your favorite episode on Salute Your Shorts?
Ooh. There was one where we're in the woods at night. Zeke the Plumber, probably, I think.
That's up there. Yeah.
And we rewatched that at a reunion we had, a second reunion that we had in Portland. And it held up. I was like, gosh, this is actually pretty good. Zeke the Plumber is a really I'm in it a lot too. I think that might have something to do with it. But yeah, I'd have to say that one was a good one. But they're all, I mean, there's just so much fun stuff with the whole awful waffle, and just being in the bunk and being outside at the campgrounds, just remembering what it was like being on set. And it just, those memories are just so special and so cool. So yeah, it's hard to pick one, but yeah, that would have to be it.
Now, is Venus closer to Telly or to Casey?
I definitely I definitely gosh, what can I say? I definitely shine through in all of my characters. They're definitely all me, definitely.
They're all
Um,
you.
and what am I more like? I mean, n- they're all me. Let's just say that. I'm a tomboy, I'm a bad girl, I'm all that. Yeah. And that's why I book the roles that I book, because I'm not really playing a character too far from myself. I think, it's really you,
Mhm.
it's easy to play.
So outside, let's throw Salute Your Shorts out the window for 1 second.
Okay.
What, what was the favorite thing you played in?
Gosh, now I feel like I need to like look at my resume right quick.
You have a
What have
nice
I
resume, so
done? What have I done? Um, gosh, you giving me a loop. I mean, Family Matters. That
Family Matters is up there.
was awesome. That was really something else. Let's see here. I mean, I don't want to overlook anything here. Yeah, I mean, Family Matter. I did an episode of The Hughleys where I played a flight and a skydiving instructor.
Mhm.
That was really fun.
Have
Um,
you ever skydived before?
oh no, and I never will. So there's that. Never will. I was on The Bold and the Beautiful. I did like 26 episodes of The Bold and the Beautiful, and that was a really amazing experience because the soap opera world is completely different than the three camera sitcom world, and it's completely different than the regular live action like Salute Your Shorts, where it wasn't in front of a studio audience.
Mhm.
So just being able to have an experience in all those different fields has been really, really amazing.
Have you thought about uh being more active in like the conventions and stuff like that, so you like your fans can see you more and you know
Yeah, I mean, the thing is if I've ever invited, I will
Mhm.
definitely come. But you kind of like have to be invited. I can't just crash the event and be like, "Hey, y'all, you remember me?"
Because I've been to
You
a few
know?
conventions and I've noticed I've never seen Salute Your Shorts there. Like.
Yeah,
And,
well, I mean, all of us aren't actors anymore. I think if the whole cast was still actively pursuing, being in front of the camera,
mhm.
it would be something that would happen. But it really just takes somebody to show that interest, and I think we could all rally for sure. But yeah, I mean, it's like as far as me putting something like that together, I don't think that's a lot of work.
Yeah, it's a lot of work, a lot of money invested to that type of stuff.
Not really money, honestly. Well, kind of, because gosh, I mean, yeah, a little bit, but it's really just about because it's not like we get paid to go to the event. It's like you can
Mhm.
make money at the events, but it's just a matter of wrangling us, I think. But yeah, if anybody wants to step up to the plate, I'm in.
Hey, hey, matter of fact, tell us how they can contact you because I actually know several of the people who host conventions and stuff like that. So, how can they reach you?
Yeah, I have a fan page, Venus DeMilo Thomas, with an asterisk, after after my last name, and that's on Facebook, and you can message me anytime.
Are you on Instagram, Twitter, any other social media platform?
All of them.
You're
Go
on
ahead,
all of them.
hit me up.
Booker, y'all. Let's book
Yeah,
Venus. Let's get him
let's
at
do
these
it.
conventions, get some autographs and photos.
Let's get some autographs.
All
Yeah.
right. Well, Venus, I appreciate you coming on here on the Chameleon Media Podcast. I look forward to seeing some more of your work. We hope to see you out there. We hope to
Yes.
see another Salute Your Shorts reunion. Hopefully, we can get one on the East Coast one day.
Oh my God, that would be so cool. I would love to go to New York and sign autographs.
Well, I'm in the South, so hopefully we can get y'all in
Oh,
Atlanta. Yeah, hopefully we
oh
can get y'all near
yeah.
Atlanta.
Come on, Will. Make it happen.
Yeah, I'll see what I can do. I can't make
Okay.
no promises, but I'll see what strings I can pull. I know a couple of people, who host these conventions and stuff like that.
All you got to do is reach out, touch somebody.
All right, y'all. Well, thank you, Venus. appreciate this interview. You're welcome on here
Well,
anytime.
it was a pleasure. It was a pleasure, and I really appreciate you reaching out to me. And I really like your podcast. I'm glad you guys are really talking about good TV minutia and stuff from my era and stuff I can relate to. And thank you for having me.
Oh, no problem, man. Just hopefully this reality TV will come to an end. You guys can get more work out there, man. It's got to be hard for you guys right now.
Yeah, but there's so many, like, gosh, it's just there's so much out there now. You know, it's like there's so many channels, there's so many TV shows and stations. You know, it's just about just changing with the times.
Yeah, that's true. Everything's streaming now too, so
yeah. But you know, where there's a will, there's a way.
Oh yeah.
What? Did I just make that happen? I hear a new podcast title.
Oh, but thank you, Venus, man. It was an honor to have you on here.
Thank you so much.
All right, see you.
Okay, bye.
All right, so that was the interview with Venus DeMilo. Hope you guys enjoyed it. You know, we talked some Ghost World, we talked some live. She talked about her experience with Eddie Murphy, and you saw I had to clown her about helping Clarence Thomas cheat on him. That just ain't right, man. You can't help somebody cheat on Eddie Murphy.
I mean, but she did a great job in that interview, though. That sounded like one of the more fun interviews. Like you said, it did sound like you two were just conversing back and forth, and y'all were like, y'all sound like you knew each other for a while, and y'all kind of rehearsed it and everything, which I know it wasn't rehearsed, but you know, that's just how it sounded because y'all were so comfortable with each other. So that was a great interview. I liked it.
Oh yeah, man. Appreciate it, Venus, man. Anytime you want to come back on, please let me know. We would love to have you back.
Venus.
Yeah, insane intimate brain lag grizzly. All right, but let's move on to the next topic. We got Disney Plus announcing their pricing and some of their opening launch content for the streaming service. $6.99 price lag. $6.99, half of what Netflix is charging. That's a great introduction price.
That ain't bad.
Not bad at all.
Let me ask you this though.
What's that?
How many devices?
They did not announce that. That they did not announce.
Because if they trying to nickel and dime everybody, it might be $6.99 per device.
I hope not.
That would suck.
It's a great price starting off. Obviously a lot of people think they're gonna jump up.
I think they're gonna have options, you know, like Netflix, because Netflix has a cheap option, but you can watch it on one device. You can't watch it in 4K or
HD.
It's like all standard. I'm like, man, bump that. You know, so I got the high one, the $14.99 one, and I can watch up to 4 devices.
I think I got the $11.99 one, up to 2 devices. HD, no 4K. I don't have a 4K TV like you yet, but your 4K TV might come home with me today when I walk out.
Nah, you had to fight my wife over that one.
Okay, but they announced The Simpsons. Every episode of The Simpsons will be available.
That's a lot of episodes.
That's like 30 years.
That is a lot of episodes.
They announced a Star Wars exclusive series called The Mandalorian or something. I screwed that up, but I'm not going to try it again. Something like that. It looked pretty good. The photos they showed, it looked pretty cool. It looked like a stormtrooper, the Silver Stormtrooper, kind of like that mixed with a Boba Fett look. It looked pretty cool.
What about that? 'Cause I think they were talking about doing like some Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. stuff again.
Oh, really?
But I don't.
Okay.
It's supposed to be the same dude who did it before. That was actually in the Captain Marvel movie.
Okay.
And that was like, I didn't see. Cause you know, a lot of times they don't take the people that were in TV shows or if they had like a Netflix series. They don't put them in the movie. And it was nice to see him actually in there, knowing that, you know, that's where he started, you know, the movies. Then he went to the TV show, and now he back in the movie. The one agent, the main dude from the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And I'm wondering if they're gonna.
Well, they got Fox now, so that brought on the Simpsons. That might bring Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. That seems like it brought a lot of catalog stuff that they could bring too, like Married with Children. You know.
Oh man.
You know what I'm saying? So Living Color was on Fox. I don't know if Fox owns the publishing or the, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, but
it's a huge world of opportunity there.
Yeah, you know.
Disney seems like they monopolizing though, man. It's like they
Kind of
taking
not fair,
over
huh?
everything. Yeah, man. It's like Walmart, man. It's like you come out with a new store, and then 6 months later, Walmart got a whole store like that one in its own section in the store. Just to compete with everybody. I'm like, who's competing with Disney right now? Mm-hmm. And then, like, especially with the whole Star Wars thing. I know they got the Star Wars series, but like they completely done with the movies altogether. Like,
what's gonna happen with Deadpool?
Good question.
I don't know how they're gonna do Deadpool with all that cussing and glory.
They might end up putting him on like Hulu, since Disney pretty much owns Hulu.
Because they can't just do Once Upon a Deadpool type movies all the time.
Nah, because they done already put it out there. We want to see some blood and guts. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We want to hear a few F-bombs and some heads get chopped off,
And you can't censor him, man. That's his character, man.
Right. I mean, same thing with Wolverine.
Mm-hmm.
Like they started finally dropping F-bombs and stuff in there, and it matches Wolverine's raspy attitude.
Mm-hmm.
And then speaking of Wolverine, you know who they replacing Hugh Jackman with, right?
No.
Zac Efron.
Really?
Yeah.
How do you feel about that? I'm right now, just off the top of the head, I'm like,
I was like that at first until I seen him with a full beard.
Okay.
And I remember, if I'm not mistaken, he's shorter than Hugh Jackman.
Mm-hmm.
And, Wolverine's originally short.
Okay.
And, they're rebooting the X-Men, so why not get somebody who's short and stocky and, can play the role?
He's young, has a strong fan base.
Right.
That could work.
So, they pretty much keeping it in the family with Zach. So, so I'm looking forward to them rebooting that. But I'm like, what they need to do is come out with another X-Men animated series. Now, they do that. Mm-hmm. Oh, I get it.
Now, before...
Hold on. Okay.
Idiot.
Man, I miss X-Men.
Okay, now we previously already talked about Disney Plus. We don't need to get all into that again. But you previously did say that you probably wasn't going to get it at launch. Now with the pricing and the Fox, and
nope.
You still no?
Nope. I'm gonna wait because I want to see what kind of options they're gonna have.
I think for $6.99, I'm now convinced I'm gonna get it at launch.
I mean, because if it's only one device,
mm-hmm.
then I'm never going to get to see it because my daughter's always going to be on it. So
I may wait a month and let a few episodes drop of like the Star Wars or any exclusive,
mm-hmm.
and then get the trial to get all caught up and see if I like it. And if I want to stick with it, then I may go ahead and get it. And then, because I already know, like, as time goes by, it's going to get way more content,
Yeah.
Okay, but yeah, so you're still no. I'm probably more on the yes right now.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go ahead and move on. Now we got to talk about one of your favorite voice actors, Mark Hamill.
Yes.
He's doing Chucky. Child's Play. All right, go ahead. You're excited. Go for it.
Can you imagine him, like, because he's going to make it iconic to where nobody's going to really be able to mimic him, because who we know can actually mimic the Joker
mm-hmm.
from the cartoon when he voiced him. Nobody can do him like Mark Hamill. Like, even when they had him on the Arkham Asylum games and we're like, nah, that's not Mark Hamill. That's not Mark Hamill. And they finally brought Mark Hamill to do one of the Jokers. I said, that's Mark Hamill. And they used as much of him as they could on the game. So to see him doing Chucky and to see how lively of a person he is, it's going to make the film that much more exciting, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. I'm excited. I love Mark Hamill as the Joker. I love Mark Hamill, period. I'm not a big fan of the Chucky movies. I love the first one. The second one I like. After that, it was kind of, I just watched it just to watch it.
Mm-hmm.
But they were all just one-time watches for me. Is this a reboot? I think it is.
I would imagine.
Yeah, I think it's a reboot. So, yeah, I'm going to watch it.
They ain't have to kill my man Red Man like that, though.
Reggie Nobles. But it's something I will check out. I don't know if I'm going to go see it in the theaters, though.
I think if that preview right, you're gonna go see it.
Yeah, okay, yeah. You know what? I shouldn't. I'm just not a Chucky guy like that. You know what I'm saying? I did like the first one, but I was not crazy about it. I did like the second one, not crazy about it. But after that, I didn't really care for them anymore.
Understood.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I mean, I remember I never wanted that My Buddy doll because Chucky looked just like him. So I was like, I'm never going to get one. I'm on the fence with it. I'm like in the middle. But like I said, I'm not crazy about it, but I will watch it.
With all of the technology and stuff that they have now, I can only imagine how they're going to make Chucky look and the type of gruesome deaths we're going to have in there now. Because it's going to, man, I'm looking to see some Mortal Kombat type fatalities in there, bro.
All right, well, Child's Play. I don't know. I'm probably the wrong person to be talking about it. No, I'm not a big fan of it, but a lot of comedians they work clubs, they work bars and stuff like that, and they work their way up. I really didn't know how they try to come up because I know with rappers and filmmakers they use a lot of social media, the SoundClouds. They post all over social media and videos and short films, but I really don't see comedians on my timeline. So I was kind of very curious, but the thing with comedians, they do break into the film world once they really start breaking out.
Yeah, like when they in there.
Yeah, they're in there. So like I really wanted to get this interview with comedian DK and get his perspective of somebody who's, still working his way up the totem pole,
Yeah.
So let's get into that interview right now with comedian DK. All right, we got comedian DK in the building.
What's happening? What's going on, man?
Hey, how's it going, DK?
Chilling, man. How you been, man?
I've been doing pretty good, man. I'm just curious, man. I have no idea how the comedian game works. With rappers, they drop mixtapes, they drop albums, they flood your social media accounts. Same with filmmakers, kind of do the same thing. They put out short films, but I know there's probably different routes comedian takes.
Yeah.
But give me some examples.
We might, honestly, man, we do the same thing for flooding social media. We still have to flood social media with our work, but it's more of it's really how you want to brand yourself. It's all about branding yourself. Like if you want to brand yourself known as a comedian that's mainly about skits and get your way into acting, yeah, I'll do the skits and more of the funny videos. But if you want to brand yourself as a real stand-up comedian, I post nothing but my stand-up comedy. So therefore, if you ever search me, you're gonna see my grind. And it's not just making mixtapes. See, I was making mixtapes. We gotta hit the clubs. We gotta go do our thing in the clubs, and sometimes for free. You know what I mean? But that's what these new comedians gotta understand. It ain't nothing gonna be paid every time, man.
Okay. Do most comedians do they want to get into acting? Am I still yelling? Okay, let me re-ask that question. All right. Do most comedians want to get into acting, or is that something you are pursuing?
Yeah. Honestly, I can't speak for most people. Me personally, that's my goal. I want to be known as a great comedian and also a great actor. I actually had my opportunity to be in the movie, a short film. It was shot here in Columbus, Georgia, by a lady named Nicole Thrasher. It's called The Thrasher Story. You can check it out on YouTube.
I've seen that movie.
You seen the movie?
I was there at the premiere.
I'm fine. You seen my boy. You seen me, my boy.
I seen the premiere. It was the serious side of you.
Yeah.
But I did see one or two sneaks of the comedy in there. And it did make me laugh. And it was kind of funny because it was like a serious movie. And then out of nowhere, boom, the joke popped in. And it had everybody laughing.
Yeah.
So that was really cool to see.
And honestly, man, that by me being in that movie, actually open doors up for me to do other things too. I actually wrote my first movie. I'm actually in the process of shooting it too. I'm looking at it to air October 31st around Halloween. It's a scary movie, man, called I Got You. It's about 6 friends. One friend play pranks on everyone else, so the other friends team up to prank him. So they hire somebody to kill him. To trick him, but the person is an actual serial killer. Okay,
where can we find more information on this? Promote it. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be. Check me out on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Comedian DK Vanderson. I don't have anything right now about the movie because we still actually rehearsing. We start shooting June 1st. So after June, matter of fact, soon June 1st come, you're gonna see the get ready for your I Got You.
Okay. Now, as far as you wanting to get into acting, do comedians like Richard Pryor, Eddie Murphy, Kevin Hart, Dave Chappelle, do they inspire you to want to get into acting?
Oh, most definitely. Like I say, it's a 90%, 90-10 rule. You know what I mean? That's a part of your brand. You don't want to just be known as a comedian that just do jokes. You want to be known as a brand, your brand. When people say Richard Pryor, you got a whole list of stuff. You say Kevin Hart, you got a whole list of stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and they do have giant libraries.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's more than just stand-up comedy. You know, and these guys got TV shows. These guys got movies. They also have stand-up specials. So it's all about the brand. I love to get there. Honestly, man, when the time comes, hey, I promise I'm going.
Now, let's get back to the comedy side of this. Well, it's acting too. Do shows like In Living Color, Chappelle's Show, do those inspire you to want to get those type of material out there? Or just stand up? Or both?
I like In Living Color. Me personally, if I had the opportunity, I'll go. Now, I say I go because I like the money. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna lie to you. But I was just finna say something crazy about I wasn't going wild. Now I'll go because it's the money. But far as do I like that type of comedy? Do I admire that? No. You know what I mean? It's just not my style. You know what I mean? I'm more of a dang it, like as far as comedy TV show, give me a Living Single, Martin. Give me some Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, some more realistic. Like, yeah, that dumb comedy. That's what I call it. I call it stupid dumb comedy because it's gonna make you laugh, but it's dumb at the same time.
Outside of stand-up, what routes have you taken? Have you tried the Vine route, the YouTube route?
Yep.
You've been doing that?
I actually have a YouTube channel. Y'all can check me out. Follow me, Demetrius Vanderson on YouTube. It's my YouTube page. Subscribe to it. You'll see everything I upload. You can also Google me, Comedian DK. I'm gonna pull up. I promise you, everything about me gonna pull up. That's why I promote YouTube. I strictly do YouTube because I feel like YouTube. And Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat. But as far as my videos, I stick to YouTube. YouTube's give you more chances.
What are some like good cities for comedians to get their names out there and like, you know, hit the stage or get on flyers?
I can't say in your city. That's how, people ask me that all the time. Like, bro, why haven't you went to Atlanta and just took off? Man, I'm from the second largest city in Georgia, bro, Columbus, Georgia, man. Why would I go to Atlanta and build their city up and build my brand there? My folks love comedy down here too. You know what I mean? So that's just right. I take it. So I feel like if you can't make it in your own city, then that's when you go somewhere too. That shows how hard you grind.
When you're out in public and people know you as a comedian, sometimes when you speak, are they waiting for a punchline for a joke when you're just being yourself? You're just at Walmart shopping or something. Are they waiting for a punchline?
I wouldn't say they waiting. It's natural, bro. Like, that's just me. I promise, man. Like, I'm stupid like that. Like, I got a serious side, but majority of the time, I'm just really on some chill. It's me, but they gonna get it regardless, man. They gonna get it regardless. I might say some stupid stuff that they gonna get it, man. They gonna get it.
Like, you don't want to ask him nothing? Come on, you gotta ask him something, man. You part of the show, man. Get on here. I don't know what to ask him. Ask him something about Netflix or something, man. Does he want to get on Netflix?
I mean, since you kind of answered the question already, as far as like living color,
I gotta include him in there.
It's cool, man. Cool.
Current comedians out there on Instagram and his take and what he thinks on them, like Jet Wavy and
Who?
Jet Wavy. Nigga in the Power Ranger suit, the blue Power Ranger suit running around.
Okay, I'm glad you asked me about that. I got a whole opinion about guys like that. Period. About skits, comedian like that. Period.
Okay, so first off, welcome to the show.
What's up, man?
You coming
Appreciate
on. All right, you got all these different guys who do these quick 60-second skits on Instagram like Tony Baker Comedy. Okay. I ain't gonna lie, dude funny to me. Funny. Cause he got them animals and he got the whole little cram thing that everybody, knows about now. Like, how do you feel about doing little voiceover skits like that? Are you like down to do something like that? Do you think some of that stuff is funny, or do you consider that to be stupid comedy as well?
I feel like it's to me that's part of stupid comedy. But if it's how they're gonna brand themselves, salute. They getting money, get it that way. But at the same time, they gotta understand the people that's watching them. They have to understand, bro. It's more than that. What you gonna see? Stand-up comedy is a different beast. You know what I mean? And guys, I say that because I've been on shows with guys that became Facebook famous, and at the show they suck. You know what I mean? I'm opening up for them and I'm killing them. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna call out no names right now, but you know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna call out no names right now, bro. You know what I mean? Because it speaks for itself. The person hit me on the phone. They hear me and they know I was on the show with them. They know what's going on.
Gotcha.
Yeah, real talk.
So is it safe to say that there's beef in the comedy world just like there is in the like?
Heck, no, man. Listen, man. No. Look.
I mean, because I know at one point like Kevin Hart and Mike Epps was going at it, and and I was like, okay, is this real or is this staged?
With that right there, I feel like it could be staged, but then it could be too that. Matter of fact, that was all staged because Mike Epps was going down the drain. Like, if you really look into it, like, you know what I mean? Mike Hill was going down the drain. He beefed with Kevin Hart. He tried to get a little bit back famous. The video shows he apologized to Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart won't stun him. Like, it was like, come on, Mike, for real, Mike, you beefing with Kevin. Like, bro, if you look at Mike Ells, I ain't knocking Mike Ells, bro, but man, bro, you were old with. You know what I mean? You had your time and you didn't use your brand like Kevin did here. Kevin took out with it, bro. Kevin got everything. I salute. If I can meet Kevin, that's the only person I want to meet right now. Give me Kevin Hart. Give me. And I don't even want no money. I don't want no show. I just want to sit down and talk business with him. You know what I mean? I want to talk business. Let me build my brand with you, bro. And then let me get your manager, because your manager fire. Your manager fire, my boy.
Okay, so as far as like doing these live stand-up shows, what is the biggest crowd you ever seen?
The biggest crowd I ever seen, I think I did maybe 300-400 people.
How it make you feel to see that many people versus when you did like a small crowd?
Man, I'd rather, honestly, bro, if I can get that same crowd every day, I'll stop smoking weed. It's a different high, bro. Like, it's a high. I love to do comedy. That's why I chose to be. That's why I do comedy, because I like it. You know, it's a passion. It's normal. It's free. I don't tell jokes. I tell stories and make them funny. You might tell me a story where I'm gonna flip it and make it fire like in my life, or we're real homeboys or something. So
gotcha.
I get a joy out of that. And then too, like, I don't like to see nobody laughing. I mean, mad. So when I see you laughing, man, it made me feel like I did my job. I got a lot of stuff I go through in my life, like dealing with my brother. He was a homosexual. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I express myself. So, you know what I mean? I love him to death. You know, they're my partner. I try to get him to come up here too, but him being that way, this is my little brother. I was in the bathtub with him, like, bro, you know what's going through my head? Like, no.
Come on. Okay. All right. I'm gonna jump on the next subject. Let's say these Netflix specials and stuff these people getting. You know, like Dave Chappelle got what, 60 million?
Yeah.
For like 2. You get to something like that. Does that make you, seeing that he accomplished something like that, does that give you more faith in the comedian world? Like, stand-up comedy is still just as effective as all of these technologically advanced comedians who do everything from their cell phone?
Most definitely.
And then, them crowds are like humongous.
Ain't a man.
And I mean, like, Kevin Hart had a special in the theater.
In the stadium.
Yeah. And it's like, you get to watch it at the movies.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, how do you even get to that point from where you are now?
The grind, man, and honestly, man, I feel like it's the blessings of God, for real. Like, everyone, you can grind all day long, bro. Like, that's like saying you going to work, bro. You want to be rich, you want to be successful. Go to work. But God, everybody ain't blessed to go to work and get that 3 acres in a nice house. Everybody ain't blessed like that. You know what I mean? Everybody ain't. Bro, Kevin Hart had only been there doing comedy for 10 years before he really just took off. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? And that says something. It's folks that been doing comedy for longer than that, and ain't even what Kevin Hart did.
Right.
Mike Epps, for example, he was on Def Jam with Martin.
Oh yeah.
You feel me?
Def Comedy Jam.
You feel me?
All them old school.
And so
yeah.
now you see what? Now you see the beef, the setup beef. Yo, Kev,
right.
I need your help, fam. Help me out.
Okay. All right. Being that you are here in Columbus, you know the question is inevitable. Do people ever get you mixed up with the rapper DK?
Well,
D Keezy, aka DK.
Not anymore, man. Well, okay. So let me explain that. The people that didn't know him for real, they always got him mixed up the first 2-3 years of me becoming an entertainer. But now, man, I'm 6 years in the thing, bro. You say DK, bro, you know who they talking about. You know what I mean? They might question you talking about the comedian guy, but it ain't no, the rapper. Then you gonna say comedian first. You know what I mean? Ain't no, I ain't know. I really want to do a song with dude. Like, I'm a rapper too. I rap a little bit too. That's my next part of my branding. Like, man, look, it's 90% beer and 10% crab. You know what I mean? I'm finna put out a little mixtape and hey, D Keys here comes up on the track with your boy, man. You know what I mean? Like real talk, bro. I'm fire.
DK featuring DK.
Hey, man.
So, you ever thought about doing? Okay, so as far as you rapping, are they serious songs? Or are they comedic? You gonna rap about something silly and have a crazy video like Slim Shady did with My Name Is or things like that?
Nah. It's real. I take music serious. Like that's another reason why I did it, because I'm talented and I get tired of hearing the trash on the radio now. You know what I mean? These artists suck. It's like honestly, ain't no way. And if there's any artists that say they don't suck, man, and got a problem with what I said, listen, man, I promise you, we can go a 16 on any beat you want. Now, I don't freestyle, I write. But get what? I promise you, write a good 16 that's fire. Matter of fact, give me a whole song, bro. Give me a whole song that's fire. I promise you, I got you.
I like to do it.
I'm gonna eat you. I'm gonna eat you alive. And I'm a comedian, bro. I'm a comedian.
Is there any females you think we should check out? Female comedians.
Matter of fact, I got a female comedian on my team, man. Her name Isis, man. Isis Rodriguez.
Isis Rodriguez?
Yeah, that's her name, Isis Rodriguez.
Where can we find her material at?
Dang, I don't know. I don't know if she got some material.
Oh, she's gonna be upset with you on this now.
Yeah, honestly, bro, because she just joined my team, like, you know what I'm saying. So I don't know if she got her material out there. We really just working on building our comedy team. Like she's actually starring in my movie too.
Okay,
you know what I mean? So
you co-signing her?
Co-signing. Go and get with it, man. If you book her for a show, I'm gonna make sure she ready. Cause I'm fine. Yeah, I'm fine. I'll make sure my homegirl fine, man. Isis Rodriguez, man.
All right. Before I end all my interviews, I always ask my guests to recommend 2 movies. And since you're a comedian, you got to recommend 2 comedy movies. What should people be watching? Or 2 stand-ups.
Right now?
Mm-hmm.
Man, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro.
Matter of fact, hold on. Let's do one that's current. Let's do one from the past.
Man, bro, I'm not even a movie guy. Like, okay, my favorite past comedy would be Friday. I love that all day. I love that. But recent, man, that I don't think is stupid. Bro, you gonna be mad, bro. Hangover, all the Hangovers, I love them.
You like the Hangover?
I
like 1 and 2. I'm not a big fan of 3. But
3, what happened in 3?
3 was the one where I think they showed the Asian dudes.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they did. Yeah, the second one, yeah, I like 1 and 2 with Mike Tyson.
1 and 2. Yeah, Tyson was in the first one for sure. I don't remember if he was in the second one.
Yeah, but I like all the Hangovers though.
Okay.
I like all of them.
Well, I appreciate you coming down here, DK, man. See, I didn't say comedian DK. I said DK.
Appreciate it, man. Anytime, man. Look, man, I promise anytime you need me, bro, I'm pulling up.
All right, man. You definitely welcome back on our show anytime on the Chameleon Media Podcast.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. Thank y'all, man.
As far as the project that you're getting ready to work on, I edit this before the end. The project that you're getting ready to shoot, did you already cast everybody for it, or do you still need more people to help participate in it or anything? Like,
as far as the main characters, yeah, I'm full cast.
What about like you need? Because this is gonna be on a lot of different platforms.
Okay, as far as the main characters, I'm full, pretty stocked. But as far as the extra scenes, I definitely need a couple extras. I'm actually looking for a mother. I need a mom, but ladies, she gonna die. I need 2 mamas that's willing to die. Like, it ain't gonna be gruesome. You just gonna die. You know what I mean? But that's the biggest part. Don't nobody want to die in a movie. Like, it's an acting. it's a movie. Like, you gonna die eventually one way.
Right.
But yeah, that's about it though. I mean, I don't know, man. I'm always looking for extra, man. Just hit me. Like, if people want to participate, man, just reach out to me, man. I'm always thinking, too. So I don't want to just sit here and say I don't, and I do, and I do, and I don't. Because I'm always thinking, I can always, with movies, bro, it's all about the camera and the film. So you can always take something out and put something here and adjust what you want to see. So it really ain't no.
You already get all his social media info and all, like how people can find them and all.
Oh, yeah. Follow me. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, comedian DK Vanderson. If you can't spell comedian, COMEDIAN, DK, V as in victory, ANDERSON. I'm the funniest man in the city, man. Columbus, Georgia.
All right, Lack. So we just wrapped up that interview with comedian DK. Man, what did you think?
Oh, dude dropped some knowledge on the perspective of comedians, like what they got to go through, how they got to build their fan bases, and you know, of course, I asked about the Instagram comedians versus being on stage, and because you know, there's some comedians out there like that's one of their ways of keeping their followers up is by making those skits and stuff like that. So I liked his perspective on that stuff because like I'm a huge fan of that Tony Baker dude, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, that Tony Baker is a freaking idiot, man. And I'm talking about like every time you see something with a goat or something, anything with horns in it, you're gonna hear cram. That's like his thing. So, and it's like, do they have to come up with a gimmick, or do they actually go out and audition for roles, or wait for some people to come to get them? Like he had a lot of insight in there, man.
I do think smaller comedians or comedians trying to come up, I do think they need to form more teams, kind of like how rappers, you know, they start getting teams and labels and producers and a few other rappers, you know. I do feel comedians need to go the same route a little bit, because I also feel like I would like to see more of them do sketches of like a Chappelle type show.
Right.
You know, in living color type show.
Right.
And I would like to see them put it up for free on YouTube and like, hey, let's get some good laughs, because outside of Netflix, there's really not much comedy out there, man.
No, not really.
You know, and I love a good laugh. You know, besides Netflix, and you got your HBO specials and your Showtime specials.
But it's like, even with the stand up comedians, like people like Kevin Hart are taking it to a whole nother level. You know, you're in a movie theater watching this guy come in with Halle Berry or flying in on a helicopter. He got like this whole little mini movie that pops up before he ends up on the stage, and this dude is like telling a story of his whole life and making it funny at the same time, and then he ends it all dramatic or whatever. So it's like, dude, how do you build yourself up to that level? Because it's like, now I'm at the point to where if you ain't dropping it at that level, I don't want to watch you. You know, I mean, I run across a few of them like on Facebook or something, and like they have one with old people, they have one with dads and stuff like that, and they have like quick little snippets of their stand-up, I guess some of the funniest moments or something. I think that'll be me wanting to see the free stuff then. But as far as like actually going to YouTube and trying to find a specific comedian, the only way I'm gonna do that is if I'm trying to remember a joke from a long time ago.
Okay.
You know, 'cause like there's been plenty of folks I've been trying to find on like Comic View and like what's his name, Arnez J. If I want to see that,
Arnez J,
bruh, when he get to dancing, he talking about everybody got that uncle at the party that be dancing like this, and he get to doing all them weird movements. I'm like, okay, yeah, that's when I'm on YouTube searching, just so I can show some of the youngins or something like that. This is what we laughed at. Y'all laugh at that stupid mess. Folks sitting there screaming and hollering and then doing, you know, the boot gang and all that stuff, crashing into stuff at Walmart. Now, that's not comedy, man. That's just retardedness.
Well, my last thing I'm going to say about comedy before we get on to our next topic, my favorite movie of all time is a movie called It's a Mad, 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 Mad World. Yes, 4 Mads, right? It's my favorite movie of all time. And if the movie was made in the 60s. Okay. And if you watch the movie, everybody who was a comedian during that time frame, you know, during that period of time is in that movie somehow, some shape or form. Whether it's a 5-second cameo, whether they're in the movie, the whole movie, they're 20 minutes, 10 minutes, it doesn't matter. Everybody's in it, from the Three Stooges, Buddy Hackett, everybody's in there, right? I've been wanting a remake of this movie. Now, they've done 2 remakes of this movie, but they have totally different names. One's called The Rat Race, sucked. The other one's called $1 Million Mystery. It's okay, it's watchable, but they didn't promote it. It's, you know, nobody even knows that it exists. I really would like to see a remake of this movie with Eddie Murphy, you know, Dave Chappelle, Kevin Hart, Bill Burr, Chris Rock, Tiffany Haddish,
Cat Williams,
anybody you could think of in the comedy, King Botch, The Storm Power, Nick Cannon. I don't care, man. Get them all out there, man, and do this movie again, because the movie can still work today. They got to change a few things, but overall that movie would still work, because the movie is about a guy who's dying in the first like 2 minutes of the movie, and he tells them about this hidden stash, right? And there's 6 people there that hear him say it. is it one? It's about 5 or 6. But they go back to their cars where now their spouses, girlfriends, wives, mother-in-law are all in the car, and they all can't keep the secret. And then now everybody, they can't. Okay, well they pull over and they can't agree. Well, they're trying to agree how to split the money.
Okay.
Right. First, some guys are like, well, there's 2 of us in one car. Why do we got to split a share? We should all get our own share. And one guy's like, well, I was in the car by myself, so I'm cool with it. I ain't got to share with nobody. And then the women like, well, women righteous, like, we want to cut too. We were in the car waiting for you guys. We spotted the accident.
Oh, wow.
So they can't agree. So then it becomes every man for himself.
Okay.
And then, with every man for himself, a few new people get picked up. Mother-in-laws calling the son-in-laws and all this stuff. Everybody's after this money. It's a great film. And it's what now, 50, 60 years old. And I think only 2 people from that movie is still alive.
Oh.
It needs to be redone, man.
Yeah, especially with once again, reverting back to the technology and everything that we have now. You can have car chases and folks running from the police, and now you probably have the entire East Coast trying to get to the stash, just to find out the stash is probably like a flash drive with a comedy sketch on it or something that nobody's seen.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
The few things they will have to change is the amount of money, because obviously the amount of money for that in the 60s was a lot, but in today's time it's not much.
How much was it?
I believe it was like 200,000. 250,000.
No, that's not a lot.
It's not a lot. Yeah, it's a lot for me.
For us, because we broke. But
for a movie sense. Yeah. Okay, and then the next thing was
that was like what's his name? Dr. Evil. And he said $1 million. They kind of looked at him like, that's it.
Another thing they would have to change is the way the police were tracking them in this movie. They had police at certain points and a chopper here. It's easier to track people now.
Oh yeah, cell phones, tablets, cameras everywhere.
So they would have to change that. They would have to change. Everybody would probably run to an airport or a private plane or something. So they will try to have to maybe only one person get us on the plane or something, and then something happened at the airport where every flight got canceled.
Oh, bro.
Because what I'm saying, that made the excitement, the cars and people on motorcycles and everybody spread out, calling such and such. Hey, you only 2 hours from there. Start driving there now. But then he's like a mama's boy, so he's like, no, mama, I'm coming for you. She's like, no, you're going the wrong way.
Go get the money, baby.
So it'll work, man. They have to change a few things. But I would love to see a remake. All right. Enough comedy. I just did a big old rant on that, didn't I?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So man, that's enough of that rant. But hey, Lack, man, I know you saw Hellboy, and I believe you saw The Missing Link, right?
I didn't go last night.
Okay, but you saw Hellboy.
I did see Hellboy. Yeah.
Okay, was it good?
It was dope.
It was dope.
It was really dope. From beginning to end, I liked it. The guy who's playing Hellboy, I'm not familiar with him. I honestly don't even know who it is, but I was nervous because I'm used to Ron Perlman. He got that iconic voice, and he's like he can play anybody with an attitude. He proved that on Sons of Anarchy. But this one, it was really gory. They didn't care. They were dropping F-bombs. They were like they were in it, and they actually made it an origin story and was able to take it from the origin of Hellboy and how he came here till now and the villains that he's facing. And then with the way they ended it, they did the whole, they pulled the Marvel number. You wait for the credits, there's something there. Then you wait for the long credits, there's something else there. And with the way they ended it, you could tell it's a part 2. The fight scenes were good. The lines weren't corny. I have no complaints about that movie at all. It was really good.
Okay, so you do refer it. Okay.
Yeah, I would definitely y'all need to go see that. It was good.
Okay. Well, hey guys, man, we appreciate y'all tuning in to another episode of the Chameleon Media Podcast. Hey, we got some film to talk about. We got some more reviews coming y'all way. We got some more interviews. You got any interviews up your sleeve? Maybe. You don't want to give it away?
I'll make y'all wait on it, though.
I got one that I'm really excited about, but I don't have it stamped yet. So I'm hoping to get it stamped. I don't want to give no spoilers away. I'll give one clue. It's Skittles commercials from the 90s. That's all I'm going to say.
Wow.
I'm working on it. I'm working on it. But yeah, man, we appreciate you guys tuning in. Hopefully you guys can tell your friends about us. We'll be on some more. We're going to try to drop them every week. Like anything on the way out?
Hey, we got it on Apple Music, Spotify,
Stitcher,
whatever that is.
Google Play.
That and what else?
SoundCloud.
That and
yeah. Yeah, man. We appreciate you guys, and we hope you guys enjoyed these interviews. Thank you, Venus. Thank you, comedian DK. Hey, if you're interested,
follow me on Instagram at Lack Grizzly, LACGRIZZLY. I'm letting you know now. I got a bunch of music, cosplaying, and a bunch of stupidity on there. What I'm talking about, like, hey, follow me so you can see my mohawk.
Also, if you would like to be a guest on our show, like just to sit down and chat with us, or if you were interested in being an interview, hit us up at the Chameleon Media Podcast at gmail.com.
At gmail.com.
Don't forget to return those tapes. Be kind and rewind. We're out.
Zip.